Very good. Let's eat. I don't know what just happened.
Holy shit. Wait. I don't want to start I don't want to start with the very good. Let's eat.
Just we all have our fucking hands like this. Let's dig in.
Let's dig in. I like that.
Yeah, we could start with that. Let's start with that. Welcome everybody back to the Lunch Club podcast. What's always been called.
Let's dig in.
Let's dig in.
Stop.
Yeah, so if you noticed, there's us now. We're doing webcam, so it's a little different. I think we're all a little antsy about it right now, but
Now,
Yeah.
Charlie, let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's some audio listeners listening, I'm sure. Right?
Oh,
Over
you're
on-
right.
dude.
You're right.
Over on Spotify and iTunes, possibly.
Real shit.
Close your eyes, audio listeners. Haha. They're not gonna get it, but for all you guys with the webcams, you're gonna get the full experience of that awesome visual gag we just pulled.
Anyways, welcome back to the podcast. Obviously, we have a new name, which is pretty exciting. I'm excited. Are you guys excited?
I'm excited.
Yeah,
about
this one we
Lunch Club.
won't get a cease and desist, so that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Let's get a
W.
round of applause for that.
That is a
right,
very, very
guys?
good thing.
Oh man, Gwyneth Paltrow can eat my ass. That's what that's what I've always said.
I'm
you
sure
know?
she could.
Holy shit.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
so we've rebranded the Lunch Club, and this is the Lunch Club podcast now. And it's going to be very confusing since there's 19 episodes where we were not calling ourselves that. But from here on out, just know this is what we are.
Yeah.
We've been all over the place, but this is it, guys. This is what we are. No more fart club. No more
Game Men is gonna come back if we end up losing this
Game
name.
Man
Game Men?
deserves to live on, dude.
Someone's
We
gonna
are
take
all
that
still-
and be
we are
far
all
more
still Game
successful
Men.
than we are. Someone's gonna take that and go into the fucking stratosphere.
I think, and you can cut this out. You can cut this out if it's not like official information, but I think Connor might be using Game Men.
Oh,
Oh?
Yeah,
for sure.
for
I
something.
remember that.
For something.
Anyways, I have a
Anyways,
situation.
What's
Hit
your
us up with
situation?
it, Cooper.
My situation, all
Uh-huh.
right, is
Yeah.
that we run a food truck.
Okay.
And recently, there's been a food truck who's pulled up right behind us, stealing the business. What are we doing to get the upper hand?
Wait, stealing the business?
Yeah, they're taking all the customers. They're going to the other truck.
Okay, shift into
Okay.
reverse. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so you shift
Easy.
into reverse
Yeah.
Okay.
and
Floor
you
it.
just total their truck.
I floor it.
You floor it?
I floor it.
Do you have the money to deal with that
What
legal
kind of food truck are we?
repercussion?
What kind of food truck are we?
What are you feeling?
I want to be a taco truck so that we can
All
have a
right.
bunch of tortillas inside and they can cushion the blow when we collide into our business competitor.
So you're just gonna start throwing tortillas at the front of their car and then ram it?
I
can
mean,
do
that's
that.
the only thing you really could do, right?
I was
That's
thinking
the only option here.
you get a new recipe or something.
Oh, yeah?
Not like capital murder, but you could just
Well, we're not
reverse and-
murdering anyone. We're just
How about this?
getting rid of
How
the
about this,
competition.
Cooper? You are
Yeah.
the food truck you've described, and I'm your competitor that's stealing your business.
That's behind me.
I'm behind you right now.
Okay, reverse. Full. No, I'm just kidding.
No, no.
Um,
What do you? So what's your
Let's see,
plan? What's your
let's
plan
see.
to take me out, dude?
I'm thinking smear campaign. Honestly,
Really?
I'm thinking posters all around the city. I'm thinking
Okay.
on staple gun to like telephone poles, stop signs. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about how you've got so much yeast in your food.
It's weird
Oh,
because
you
that's
think he's got a yeast problem?
it's strange. It's
No,
strange.
he doesn't.
This would be a
But
very
they'll think he
ineffective
does.
smear campaign because actually I'm just selling yeast and people are eating it up.
Okay.
That's right.
So my second
Cooper,
option
I'm
is to
operating a
skip the
yeast
city
truck, and you
because if
failed.
someone's eating
You
yeast,
failed because there's nothing you can do. They're just there eating all this fucking yeast and they just keep coming back for more, dude.
I
I
really
am
don't
on the
know what to
rise,
do
and
in
so
that
are all of
situation.
my customers that I've filled to
I've
the
gotta
brim
look
with
up-
yeast.
I've got to look up what yeast looks like, man.
It's
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 what
like powder in
rises.
my mind. It's powder in my mind, I think. Or is
I
it?
was thinking on the lines
Yeast.
of, the infection. but-
Sorry, it just auto
Yeah.
auto goes to yeast infection.
And
Yeah,
definitely
that
not.
was the part of the smear campaign.
That's kind of a secret menu item situation.
Oh, right, like In and Out.
Yeah,
Their
exactly.
yeast
Looks
burger?
absolutely that looks absolutely disgusting.
Did you look up yeast infection?
No, not yeast. Well, I mean,
Because yes, it's gonna look gross.
no,
It's
I
not
looked up
good.
Yeast.
Hey, listeners at home, no.
Don't look that up. All right, Carson. Suppose
Yeah.
you're in the food truck losing business.
Carson,
What's
there's a
the
third
what's the
food
deal?
truck. It's just pulled up behind me. You're operating it.
Well, see, here's the thing. So personally, I kind of hate food trucks, right? I'm kind of against food.
Okay.
I'm an advocate for food like not being eaten. I told you about this dream, Charlie. You read about this.
You did. You're a
You had a
starvation
dream
activist.
about not eating food.
He's a starvation activist.
I'm a starvation activist.
That's so
Oh.
honorable and awesome, man.
In my dream, there was a guy on video that was like going up behind food trucks and then just laying like piles of shit behind him, and then he was like, "Fuck you, food trucks," and the whole bit was that he didn't want people eating food.
At all?
No.
What?
Well, he probably
I don't-
won't be a problem for much
It didn't-
longer, I feel like.
It didn't make much sense. At first, like, it wasn't apparent to me what he was against in the dream. And then I thought about it, and I was like, the only conclusion here is that he just doesn't like food, I guess. And I don't know. Maybe it was like a corrupt gang of food trucks, like.
Wait, so
So
he
you're gonna pull
he was just shitting on them, or what was he doing?
No, he wasn't shitting on them. He was
That would be
grabbing-
weird.
He was grabbing like it was something brown. It was like brown liquid or something.
Okay.
It might have been
Mm.
shit composed. It might have been shit related.
Trucks,
But then he was
truck
laying them
sludge.
behind the food trucks. I assumed to make it look like the food truck is just shitted. But
That'll teach him.
That'll show
Go
him.
get him.
Down with food.
Down with food, it shits.
Hashtag down with food.
Let's take down the man and also all the food. No more eating.
But yeah, that was my dream. So personally, I
That's
think in
ridiculous.
this scenario, I'm going to be taking the route of being a starvation activist,
Right.
and being against both of you.
So you're just gonna cause such an intense scene that the food trucks are gonna have to move locales.
Well, they won't be able to escape me that easily.
Cooper, I'll be
Oh,
honest.
I have-
He is against food. We can probably just wait a couple days and he will die.
True. We'll band together for a little bit.
I
you
don't
don't know
think-
what I'm capable
I
of.
don't think not eating. So
You have a point.
holy shit.
Oh shit.
Well, I'm not sure. Like, outside of my dream, I'm not sure I stand by this. Obviously.
No,
I'm not
I would
sure.
hope not.
I don't know. I'm
But,
starting to
I
come
mean-
around. I hate food.
You think? How would you be a starvation activist?
Just employ that food kills you eventually. Everyone dies. It kills you.
It's true.
Food kills.
That's profound.
Makes you think.
It makes you
That
think if
really
you're on
makes you
crack.
think.
I would just poison everything.
You would just
Oh,
Yeah.
so like the medieval king route?
Is that
Poison your
what-
enemies
Is
type
that what
beat?
they did? No, I'd do it for everyone
Probably.
and then no one could eat.
Oh, okay. So you just poison everyone.
Yeah, but then I'd be like, oh, you finally realized that food is bad. But really, I just poisoned everyone.
Ugh.
gotcha.
Whatever gets you there.
Well, I'm glad we've come to a solution here for Cooper's original prompt. Starvation activism.
yeah.
Yeah. No, this is much better. Starvation activism needs more eyes on it. So I'm glad this podcast brought it up. Food kills, fellas.
Holy shit.
This has been the Lunch Club podcast.
Yeah, thanks guys for tuning in.
Oh,
That
shit.
was, oh man, what another.
We're Lunch
you know-
Club and we advocate for starvation.
That's the brand.
We're just the club podcast now. We've thought about it.
Yeah.
I think it's actually pretty funny that we went with the name Lunch Club, because of the the reason we came to that name. Have we talked about this? We haven't talked about
I don't
how
think
we came
so.
up with the
Oh,
name.
we have no.
So we were throwing around Lunch Club like a while ago.
I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Your
I don't-
fever
My fever.
dream. Well,
Well, actually, I think we talked about this briefly on like
maybe.
19. I think it was no. It was episode 18. And we talked about names. We talked about how we were trying to come up with names and how we came to Fart Club. And I think I briefly mentioned everything except Lunch Club, but the way we came to that was I was just spamming shit, and then I just wrote lunch, and then and then that's what we landed on.
I remember the 3 days straight where we were literally just putting nouns in a group chat
Yeah.
and seeing what sticked.
And it would go
Stick?
from nouns to like non-words to like Carson writing an entire like book about a dude who lost his pants
Yeah.
in the
Don't
names
remember that
chat.
Oh, that was
And-
awesome.
That was part of what got to lunch too, somehow. So
Yeah. Can we just talk about that Charlie just said sticked?
stick.
Oh no, that's not how you say it, is it?
He-
Oh, stuck.
Stuck.
I thought he was doing a name suggestion.
It's not sticked porn, it's stuck porn.
I can't say anything else. I'm sticked.
Oh.
I can't do it.
But yeah, I'm happy with the name. I'm glad we just went from like the first topic back to starvation activism, then back to that.
Yeah.
I'm very glad. Anyways, I
Yeah.
want to touch on what we've been up to a little bit,
Yeah, go
because I think it's very important that people know that we have been working on stuff for a while.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We really did. We really did.
I mean, we've been trying to push out the IRL channel, which we just launched today, by the way. Round of applause.
Go check out if you guys listen to this podcast and you aren't subscribed to the IRL YouTube channel, which is just called Lunch Club. Go check it out because I mean, if you like this, there's no reason you wouldn't like that. I think.
Yeah, we'll leave a link down below, obviously. There's a trailer out now, and like every 2 weeks or so, we're going to be dropping a big video that we've shot on there. And it's very exciting. I'm very excited about it. But
Yeah.
They're
we've been
very
working-
good. It's tough not to actually talk about them beforehand.
Yeah.
you just have to
It's
sit
hard
on
not
them.
to talk. They're very exciting.
I'm pretty stoked about it. But we've been working on it since like I want to say August, right?
A minute.
Yeah, it must have been or something.
But we didn't start filming anything until September.
October actually. Or wait, no.
No,
Late
was
September. Late
pushed on.
September. Yeah.
Yeah. That's when we filmed like Zubingo and stuff. Which I know is a very highly anticipated one.
Oh, have we already said that? Have we already said that Zubingo exists and that it's out
Yeah,
there?
fun fact,
Yeah.
Charlie. Zubingo was one of the tip goals for Lifelink, actually.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Okay.
My computer
So
slept
was
and I
Science
fucking
Fair.
gasped.
Science Fair was also one that we reached, and we are not making Science Fair yet.
But
We
it
don't have
will
it, though.
come.
It will come, and it will
We-
be glorious.
The
I'm very
ideas,
excited to
the
film
ideas
that.
are all there. The ideas are all there.
Yeah.
It's just
But
we
other than
ran
that-
out of a little time. But we got a bunch of other
Yeah.
cool stuff done.
We have like 14 videos shot or something like that.
Yeah.
Or 14 videos that are like in progress. Including a vlog for the LA trip. And then I think we want to film a vlog for PAX East in a month. And then it should be fun. It should be fun.
But
I'm
they
very
are
excited about
all
it.
they
We
were
stacked
productions,
videos,
guys.
dude.
They were productions. Like we had
Yeah.
how long was it? Probably like 10 days or maybe a little longer.
Around
but-
10 days. Yeah.
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 No, it was it
No,
was
it was 12
it was like-
days. 12
was it
days.
12
It was like
days?
You were
9
there.
days
You were
of
there
actually
for 10,
doing it.
Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little late on it, but like for this stuff, I mean, we kind of made little fun sets, and we had like whole camera setups, and we had people like
Mhm.
operating stuff all over, and I think it's really going to show through like the production quality. And I'm very very excited because the people in the
I
group
think-
are editing it together.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
That's gonna be fun. I think one of the things going in that people should know though is that we aren't professionals, and there's probably going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
problems with our production.
Oh, there's going to be
Don't-
goofies.
Don't expect like a movie premiere.
Yeah.
I feel like they know what to get it themselves into with us, though.
Yeah,
So
I mean it's kind of like what's on screen right now. We have nothing very special for this podcast. If you're watching on
comes.
YouTube, We'll get around to it. We're no misfits, you know.
I guess what we're trying to say, guys, is we tried.
You will have content, and it will be out.
No, it will be great.
We will release it.
We think it's super funny, and I think the comedy is what's most important.
Yeah.
Anyways,
especially with
let's
our
talk
group.
about stuff we can talk about from that trip for a little bit.
Okay, like
I'm
what?
I mean, you guys went on a few adventures, right? That I wasn't, because I went all the way back down to.
I gotta think about
the
what we
house with
can
Ted.
talk about real quick.
I'll talk about this first. So I drove all the way from LA back to our house with Ted and Maddie.
Yeah.
And filmed like a Healy video. And I had rolled my ankle the day before, and so I had to ride these little fucking shoe wheels everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And it was not fun. But Ted is just a road trip dad. He is
Really?
He embodied. Ted was such a dad in every aspect of this trip.
Yep.
He grilled for us most nights.
Grilling,
Yeah.
everything about him.
He's just a father. It's so weird.
Ted is my father.
Ted is my father.
He's driving
This
everywhere.
is the big reveal from Empire Strikes Back. Sorry, spoilers.
Oh
No,
dude,
no,
they're gonna be so pissed.
Yeah, no, I mean the Healy's video is out. I haven't actually watched it yet.
Okay,
I thought it
have
was
something you
cool when
guys can talk about.
Cooper and Ted were fighting at the end, and then Cooper had one Healy, and he said, "I am all the Healys," and he pulled out a second one.
Don't get me started on Star Wars.
I don't want to
Charlie.
talk about it, dude. I spent like 2 weeks talking about how fucking garbage it was. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Hey man, don't call it garbage. You just alienated like 5% of the people watching.
It's fine, but it's kind
0.5.
of sucked a little bit.
Anyways, I want to know about something I did not personally get to experience, which was watching Cats in the most famous movie theater in Los Angeles. Look at his
Charlie-
face. He's so ready to talk.
No, wait, Charlie. Okay,
Cats is my
no.
passion.
I almost want to put in the clip of us talking from the Battlefield 5 stream about cats. You know what I'm talking about?
They shouldn't have killed magical Mr. Mistopheles, you know?
Yeah, they should.
No, we don't want to
They
talk
really
about
should.
magical Mr.
He's the most clever.
There was never
There was
Cat
never
so
was
clever.
there ever a cat so
A cat
clever.
so
Oh my
clever
God.
as magical Mr. Mistopheles.
I'm so Carson, you posted a tweet about cats today, and it just dredged up some shit that I was not really prepared to deal with.
What?
There were so many holes in the movie, and it's funny because like there was so little movie. It was just song and dance about the cats.
You don't mean
It's
that.
saying
You
they'd
don't
be
mean
like,
You
this
don't
is
mean
my
that.
name.
You
This is
wouldn't-
my-
Schlatt, you're just saying this. You're just saying this in the heat of the
No,
moment, man.
no,
They
I'm
would
not
sing
saying
and
this in the
dance
heat of a
about their
moment.
they talk about their
You know what?
name
Actually,
and their
I think you're
occupation.
wrong.
There was
Kinda
that
true.
time the railroad cat spun around and
It
exploded.
just kept going. He spun around and then he
Yeah.
just kept floating up.
He was gone, dude.
So the plot of Cats is there's this new cat,
Oh no.
and then they don't talk about the new cat ever again.
Wait, we actually
But she's
missed
main-
the
she's
first
still
couple
the-
minutes of it,
She's
didn't we?
still the main character, but
She's
they
not-
don't
She has
talk
like
to her.
5 words.
Yeah,
She's got like
And-
5 sentences in the entire movie.
and then sometimes the cat will do like a musical number where they state their name and occupation, and
No,
then
they
like,
always
this-
do it. Every time you meet a new cat.
that. But the like really important ones, the song will be like 7 minutes. Then this like hobo cat comes up. They're like, oh, this is the bad guy, and then he goes up to them, turns them into like dust, and then they appear on a
Yep.
ship. And that
Oh
happens
yeah,
to, like,
that's
5
never.
people.
It's never addressed that that's going to happen. There's no expectation that this magic cat is going to turn someone into dust because it does not exist. Like in the film, until he walks up to a cat after it's done with its musical number, says meow, pinches his fucking fingers above the cat's head, and just turns him into particles. And then they're gone. And then they go to the boat. They go to the boat, and then they stay on the boat for the rest of the
There's
entire
only
movie.
one
They
where
do.
he doesn't show up. It's the railroad cat. The hobo cat is just like, she tricked me, and it's like
Yeah.
none of this
Oh.
was a plan.
She just
It's all
disappears,
off
and the
screen.
and the
It's all
cat
off
and the
screen,
bad guy
too.
just goes.
So you
"She
don't know
tricked
what
me."
she did.
She
You don't
tricked
know
me.
what happened.
Meow.
I got meow.
Meow.
I absolutely lost my shit when in the first 15 minutes of the film, one of the cats said, Look what the cat dragged in.
Didn't I stand up and start clapping when that happened?
Hey, chat, are you cat people or dog people? I prefer the one that doesn't say meow and turn you into dust. Personally, I was literally laughing. I was crying laughing, and Schlatt was like, "Shut the fuck up."
I was trying to enjoy the film. I did.
You can't even say that with a straight face.
Oh, the catnip. Taylor Swift comes out.
Jesus.
Taylor Swift
the
comes out
catnip.
on
The
a
catnip.
moon. Taylor Swift comes out on
Taylor
a moon.
Swift drugged
and she
everyone.
drugs every single person in the church for no reason. That's the first time she appears
I
in the
keep
film
forgetting
and the
that
last time.
happened.
Who was the old guy who was lapping up the middle of the cabinet?
That was Gandalf the Grey, I believe.
Really? His
Yeah,
name
it was
Gandalf? All right, let's.
Gandalf cat. Major defeat. That is how I felt after I walked out the theater after seeing Cats. Oh yeah, she pulled off her skin. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and had a dress underneath her skin.
That was a plot device.
That was a plot device.
That cat having skin layers was a plot device.
James Corden sings about how fat he is, and then when someone says he's fat, he says, "I'm sensitive about my weight." And then he continues singing about how fat he is.
Yep.
And then he jumps into like a trash can and falls.
And then the evil cat says, "Do it. Jump into the big can of food." And then he does it, and then he goes to a boat.
And then he falls out of the sky onto the boat, and he's like, he doesn't do anything else for the rest of the movie.
Jay Schlatt, rate all the cat's feet from the movie Cats.
They all look the same. They all look the same.
I will tell you, you get to see all of them.
You do.
And they will all
It
dance.
really is true.
They will all dance promiscuously the entire time as well.
They all had human hands.
I don't think
That's the
I don't
issue.
think humans made this film. It's so detached from like everything humanity stands for.
Whatever her name is, she shows up twice in the entire movie, and she sings.
But
like,
she's
the song.
really, really sad.
Yeah, she's really sad.
She's super
very
upset.
Well,
humble.
and everyone, don't forget that everyone hates her for like no apparent
everyone
reason.
hates her guts because she's homeless, right? And at the end of the movie, she sings a song. She appears twice in the movie, and those two times she sings her song. First time no one hears it except for like the main character who doesn't speak in the entire movie, and the second time everyone hears it and everyone's like, "Oh, that's a good song. You get to be reincarnated," and she gets put in a hot air balloon.
You get to die.
and there's a rope hanging off the bottom of the hot air balloon. And McCavity is nude on the roof, and he grabs her. He's like, "Oh, I finally won." He slips off, falls, and like ends up on top of this like 300-story statue that he'll never be
Conveniently
able to-
lands on the top of a clock tower, and nothing else was.
Yeah, he can't get
around to
down.
break his
And then he
fall.
can't use his magic anymore.
Yeah,
He's also naked.
he is also naked. Yeah.
She also was like the James Corden, "I'm fat and don't do anything." But instead of eating trash, she ate dancing cockroaches off the bottom of a table.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
awesome.
The cockroach scene.
Wasn't she teaching them too? So she
Yeah,
taught
she
them
was
and then she
teaching them.
killed them all.
So she was she was teaching the mice, and then she tried to kill the mice. The mice are children, by the way. And then she goes to the cockroach scene, and it's a bunch of cockroaches like tap dancing and marching on a table. She knocks them off. She eats them, and then she motions them onto a cake she prepares. She gets them all lined up on the cake. She eats one off the cake and then destroys the cake.
There's so many little things that if you say it out loud, it's like, what is happening?
Bring that in there.
The song is literally like, "I'm Scrimbleshanks the railroad cat, the cat of the railroad."
What a masterpiece.
We gotta watch it again.
No!
It's just such an uncomfortable thing. Imagine imagine walking into work every day and having to like work on the effects or something, and having to like watch a scene multiple times in that movie, and not just multiple times, but like over and over and over again, and knowing that that was going to be out there and people were going to see that, and then you continue to work on it. It's seriously
There's a
fucked
paycheck
up.
at the end of the tunnel, Charlie.
It's seriously fucked up, guys.
Cooper, one thing you might not know about our trip to Cats is on our way out, we went to the Chinese theater, for anyone that doesn't know, which is one of the most like reputable theaters in America, I would say. Like,
the
one of
only
most
place
famous.
to watch such a movie is
The
Cats.
I mean, of course. And on the way out, we got to the street outside the Chinese theater, and we turn, and there's this there's this guy in a SpongeBob costume.
Oh.
He turns directly towards us and then like locks eyes with us. And go, what was his laugh, Charlie?
It was fucking something like that, dude.
That's so scary.
It was scary as
terrifying.
shit. Because we laughed. We laughed first, Carson. Remember? Because we were coming off Cats. We were coming off this fucking catastrophic high. And we saw him at first, and we were all just like how ridiculous the situation was. We were already on edge. We started laughing, and like after we stopped, 5 seconds, still staring. Then came the laugh. And it was like a cackle, dude, and there was no one else.
And then we ran. And then
You
we
ran?
ran because we were terrified.
Yeah, it was fucking scary.
I mean, it
No,
was
that's just so funny. Running away from SpongeBob.
I mean,
Oh,
we wanted to
shit.
get around the corner so that we could start laughing about it and not have the SpongeBob come up to us and harass us.
The SpongeBob.
Because it's one of these people in the costumes that's gonna come up to you and then like try to get a picture for you with
Yeah,
you and then be like
money.
charge money with you.
Mhm.
And we didn't want any part of that, but it was also hilarious because he just did the worst SpongeBob laugh that we'd ever heard. And it was like a terrifying
so
SpongeBob
loud and so
costume.
fucking scary, dude. Oh shit. Oh my gosh.
It was just the icing on the cake for a horrific moment in our
Yeah.
lives because we just saw Cats.
The icing on the cockroach cake, the dancing cockroach cake. That is Cats.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that was the thing. That was the
Hell
thing that
yeah.
happened. That was the thing that happened.
That was that. And then also, I mean, we could talk about the sex dungeon.
I was
think.
gonna say, I'm thinking we
Ugh.
talk about the sex dungeon.
Let's talk about the sex
What
dungeon.
is there to
Alright.
say about the sex dungeon? Where
So-
would you start? Where would you start?
Shout out fucking our boy for saying, "Oh, this will be a great place to shoot. You should rent it while we're there." And then we looked at the pictures and was like, "Yeah, there's some stuff we need for some videos. Might as well." And then we got there in a very not the best area of downtown LA and walk in.
We had to walk in through a kebab place.
Yeah, so
first
you have
of
to
all.
walk
did.
in through a
We
kebab
did.
place, take
Close
an
down,
elevator,
run
and
down
then
kebab place.
yeah. And so you get out of this freight elevator for whatever the fuck they
Oh,
had to
yeah.
bring up there. And there's this place that just smells like must and cum. And it is absolutely fucking treacherous. There's mannequins everywhere. I'm sure you've seen them if you follow
Voodoo
our
dolls,
socials.
wires. What? There's
Voodoo
wires.
dolls, whatever,
paintings,
mannequins with
paintings that are just
arrows.
flesh paintings.
Yeah.
I think we saw multiple pieces of art that were depicting orgies.
Yeah.
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 Ball gags.
Yeah. No, there were ball gags. Yeah.
There was a casting couch.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they wanted to
Exact
get a
same
black
couch.
light in there. Did you want to, Cooper? Someone wanted to get a black light in there.
I think Mason did.
Yeah, and I said like,
Mm.
if you did that, I wouldn't. I can't. I wouldn't be. Able
Yeah,
to.
no, I was like, I'm morbidly curious, but let's do it right when we're about to leave.
Well, I bet
because
you'd
I
shine it
can't
around,
function.
and he'd be like, "Why isn't it working? Because there's just cum everywhere."
Yeah, no, literally just covered everywhere. The whole fucking wall is luminescent.
Oh god.
I think it was
it was
defective.
ridiculous. To put it, let's describe the zone for you. It was like a long room, like almost a gymnasium type of room with a loft at the end, and then two like dungeon rooms right under the loft.
Oh yeah, there were no windows in the whole place.
I
either.
have some.
Windows.
I have some pictures. I mean, obviously, not everyone can see them, but
We can
that-
just describe them in vivid
there's
detail.
this is the fridge mannequin.
Oh yeah.
So
There's a
there
mannequin
were
on the
a lot of
fridge.
mannequins all over the place, all with crotch arrows, like arrows pointing down to the crotch, which is
Right-
awesome.
Right down.
Oh, there's a good one. That's sort of like an SCP article right there.
That's if for the audio listeners, that is Schlatt's grainy Chinese camera taking
The
a photo
little girl
of
camera.
the church, the fridge mannequin, whatever. Dude, there's
Fridge
so many
mannequin.
words
Fridge
that don't
mannequin.
belong together in that sentence. So I was
Yeah.
struggling.
Why
on
And then
the
there was like a
fridge?
bar area that had multiple paintings there that we were just like,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
that is
Hmm.
something that we have never partook in.
Yeah. The
And
ball
never
gags
will.
and such.
Yeah, they were all abstract, but definitely sex. Like
Who had like the intel on what every room was? Was it Mason or someone? Because I remember someone said the disco ball corner was for a sex swing, and like it made sense after I heard that, but I did not think that until someone told me.
I don't know if that's true. I feel like that's some.
It seems like it makes sense.
That seems like some real Noah Schlatt Josh shit.
You know what?
Like,
that's fair. Yeah.
That's like, oh, we are all on board with this concept, and no one else is.
I mean,
what else would you use?
Shit.
What else would you use the Nook for? With the two,
it was literally
just a disco ball.
It was a box,
A party
under the. Yeah, you could fit one mannequin, which there was in the dark, constantly, with a disco ball above it, and fucking there was a ping pong table, and on one side there was the fucking sex swing corner, and then the ball would bounce in there. You have to go in the dark at the mannequin's toes and pick the ping pong ball back up and play again.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I did it like 8 times, dude. I was fucking desensitized.
If the ping pong ball went in the sex swing nook, I was like,
if the ping pong ball went under anything, I said, fuck it.
Dude, I'm first to die in a horror movie. I was diving for that shit.
Because someone else has.
I think they knew. I think they knew that you would need a lot of ping pong balls because they had like a giant crate of them.
Yeah,
they
for
had
everyone's
like the
big
ping
fucking
pong crate.
ass.
I was gonna say I don't think that's just for ping pong, Carson.
What was it?
Okay, so the next thing in
No. I have a topic here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll see how this one goes. All right. Superhero fight. I'm using laser eyes. Wow. What do you do?
Big mirror.
Okay, they're coming back. Carson, they're coming at you.
Wait. Okay, wait. I zoned out for a second.
You gotta do
it's hitting
something,
me.
Carson,
It's
they're
hitting me.
coming.
I'm dead.
Carson's dead.
Okay,
Big
I bring
mirror.
Carson back.
Okay, start back from the beginning.
Carson's
okay?
my thrall.
Roll it back.
I throw Carson at Cooper.
Oh, big mirror again. It broke the big mirror.
It broke big mirror. You've sabotaged it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Carson flew through it.
Carson, you're alive again.
He got thrown at me.
Reanimated you. What do? You're back.
Okay, well, I don't know what happened in the beginning.
It's superhero fight. You gotta fight. You're a superhero.
I'm a superhero. I got long arms.
Okay. Now what?
I slap you.
All right.
But long.
Oh, they're big.
But long.
I'm gonna hit you with the moon.
Since when do laser eyes get moon?
I hit you with the moon. No, it's just another thing I can do.
That's just another thing you can do.
All right, what are you
Cooper.
gonna do? I'm gonna hit you with the moon.
Slap you again.
City's gone.
I dropped
Crater.
the moon.
Millions dead.
Billions are dead.
City gone.
Your arms are so long.
No, I meant from the moon.
They're so long. Are your arms as long as the moon?
No.
How
I
long
don't
are
know. I don't know how long they are.
Let's
you know,
test that.
I've never my Okay.
Oh, shit.
Let's start from the beginning. Reset.
Reset? Okay, you go first.
I grab my tape that I always have at my belt because I'm tape guy. And I stick it to you and you can't move anymore.
Okay, I bite your arm off.
Well, you can't move anymore though.
Oh shit. Cooper, help me out.
I bite your arm off.
Well, it's a good thing I have another arm and I stick another piece of
bit
tape.
Charlie's off.
He bites my arm off.
I bit Charlie's arm off.
Okay.
Okay, so we're both back in action.
My arm turns into another me. Am I alive? Yes. I punch you in the throat.
Grapple with your mortality.
Yeah, you gotta bite my arms off though, and then I become another me. Carson, what do you do?
I stand in confusion and then hope.
For what? The moon? It's coming at you.
Oh no, not the moon again. Cooper, help me out here.
Big ramp.
You're on
traffic,
my team now.
Cars fly into the air.
Big ramp. The moon hits the big ramp and sails into the night sky.
Millions dead.
Millions still dead.
Millions
It
dead.
always ends in millions dead.
Superheroes
It
under
always
arrest.
does.
Oh my god.
Going to prison.
I get in my big food truck and it's full of yeast and I crash it into you.
Well, it's a good thing I'm against that.
Oh
It's a
shit.
good thing. You absorb yeast for
As
more
a starvation advocate, I don't consume any of the yeast and I don't get a yeast infection.
I
I
reach in.
consume all the yeast bigger.
Cooper rises.
Rise. Long legs.
He's so
Building
big.
legs.
He's so
Kick.
big. I trip him.
Awesome, guys.
Uh-oh. Millions dead again.
This is awesome, dude.
All right. Let's take a quick break and then come back and then figure out what we want to talk about the rest of the
Thanks for
time.
coming to the fucking show.
Guys, I want to make a bite. I keep having people tell me to film a bite.
Okay.
You know, have you guys, Byte, right?
Yeah, someone stole like 18 of my usernames.
Yeah, they even took Slim Cookle from me this time, man.
Dude, I know who took it. They comment on mine.
You fucking kidding me?
You can't
Anyways,
fucking
if you
message
don't
people
know-
on there. Yes, Slim Cookle.
You guys
Slim
are,
you don't know
you
what
guys are gonna
Byte
bring me
is,
down
it's
to
like
just the
Vine, too.
vowels.
Wow.
Yee. What were you saying, Carson? I didn't mean to cut you
If you don't know what Byte is, it's Vine too, basically. And I wanted to make a bite while we're doing the podcast because I had a great idea for one.
Let's see it. Do
it's
it.
kind of a great idea. I don't
Roll
know
it
if
out.
it's a great idea. We'll see.
He's losing steam. Go for it, dude.
So first of all, making these is really difficult because you only have 6 seconds and there's no way to time it out. So we'll see if this goes well first try.
You got it.
People keep telling me to film a bite, so I mean, I guess if you ask me to.
Ah, disgusting.
Wait, let's.
What does it look
is it?
like? What does it look like?
Show to the
One
video.
second. If you ask me to. People keep telling me to film a bite, so I mean, I guess if you ask me to.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
You go right in there, dude.
See, this is why you should be a video listener and not an audio listener.
Yeah, so for the audio listeners, he
kidding.
ate it.
Yeah, he ate his phone.
He ate his phone.
So
What
we've
should I
got some more
caption that?
things.
Bites.
Um,
So
the bite.
guys, I made a bite. Spell it wrong though.
Post.
Okay.
Hopefully that here's hoping that I'm
Oh.
let's see if that goes viral.
You made it.
I made a bite.
You did it.
All right. So, anyways, that's what you can expect from the Lunch Club podcast.
Mm.
Quality content like that.
Bites.
I
Eating-
should probably
just eating
clean my
phones.
phone
That's
now.
all we do.
I should probably clean my phone.
Yeah, you should
I
lick it
actually
off.
probably just got disease. Just
You need
now,
to lick it
somehow.
off.
You need to lick it off so it
You
gets
have to
clean.
lick it off on the podcast, and you have to do it next to the microphone so everyone knows what's happening.
You gotta lick it off
You
because
have
then
to
it'll
do
be
it.
clean
You
afterwards.
have to get your tongue out.
You have to lick
You know
off your
what?
phone.
You know what
because
we
you have to
just
lick it-
got actually. You know what we just got was we can make
A
me
tongue.
putting my phone in my mouth the thumbnail. Ooh.
I guess actually it was pretty fucking it's pretty funny from like this perspective.
Charlie, how do you feel about Krispy Kreme? Mm-hmm.
If you're listening, I did a face
Mhm.
that goes, "Oh no." Krispy Kreme. Carson ordered 4 boxes of a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts every morning of every day that we stayed together. And there were 10, 11 people in the house?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do when you walk upstairs? You're not going to not eat the Krispy Kreme, right? So you eat the
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme and you feel terrible. But you say to yourself, tomorrow's another day. No, it's not, motherfucker. There's 4 dozen more donuts right there, and you have to eat them now. And there's nothing you can do. You can't not. It's good. Like, Krispy Kreme's delicious, right?
Yeah.
But that's the fucking problem, dude. Because I'd always like my thing is baby carrots. So my
Yes.
body seeks health homeostasis, which means if I eat anything unhealthy, I have to eat a somehow proportional amount of baby carrots to balance it out, which doesn't actually make sense. But it's what I have to do.
Is it like a thing that was drilled into you?
No,
like in your
it's
childhood?
literally not. I don't know where it came from at all.
I think it's good. It's obviously good for you. You're gonna stay healthy because of that, right?
I don't even know. Basically, all you've done is still eat garbage, but also baby carrots. So, but it, like, usually I eat rather healthy, but whenever the option is provided, of course I'm gonna go for it because it's so good. But
The cream rolls
Carson was a
around.
maximum enabler, and he'd be like, "Uh-oh, I hope my fingy doesn't slip and I don't order more Krispy Kreme donuts." And I'd be there like, "Me too." And I don't know if I was like angry or wanted it or what.
Dude, I
But
paced myself
We ate a lot of
didn't eat
Krispy
any.
Kreme.
until the weed.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. It really is. But
I-
oh my god, fuck it. It was worth it.
It
Krispy
was
Kreme's
worth
so
it.
tasty.
It's so good,
God.
dude. I don't think I hadn't had that many donuts as I did in that like week in maybe,
No one had.
in
No
like
one.
two,
I don't
two
me
or
neither.
3 years.
That was
Never
so
for
many
me.
donuts. But like
Never.
it kept people fed, and that's why I keep getting them. So
That no.
what?
Some
What's
starvation
wrong with what I
activist you are.
Dude, I swear the CEO of Krispy Kreme must be a Scooby-Doo villain because like that shit's ridiculous.
said?
No, the CEO
Um,
of Krispy Kreme is just trying to make people happy. Carson ordering 4 dozen boxes a day is a Scooby-Doo villain. And then like,
But-
well, if you
but
don't
when you
want them,
come up
just
to
stop
me-
eating them. Like,
Oh, dude, no.
It was so funny because Charlie I would be like, I don't know if I'm gonna order them tonight. I'm feeling kind of iffy on it. And then Charlie would be like, please do not order the Krispy Kreme. Like in a complete, like absolute heated mess. And I'd be like, I guess I have to do it.
I was a
you
mess,
know?
dude. He would order the Krispy Kreme and I'd get there and I go straight over and I'd just be pissed off as fuck and be like, I fucking hate you. And I just shove like donuts into my mouth.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's so funny. Dude, you could always find Charlie near the cream desk.
It was good.
the same
and I
place
never
every
had it.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like sectioned off by an island so everyone would line up when it came.
Mhm.
It was so
Yeah.
funny. It was like a cult.
That was the meal, dude. It was either that we ate the Krispy Kreme or we ate grilled meats.
Grilled steak
Mm.
that Ted prepared
Oh
diligently.
my god.
It was very, very good, by the way.
So
It was
good.
so good.
So his grilling skills are fantastic. They were really,
I
really
think
good.
I'd be a little bit more terrified to eat it now, with the coronavirus stuff happening. But
Fuck
well,
it.
We don't
Well,
need to
there were-
talk about we talked about the coronavirus for like 3 hours on the stream yesterday. We don't need to
Yeah.
talk about it. On the
no, I'm just saying in general because there were a few times. I mean, I'm not going against Ted's cooking here.
It was a little
But there were-
tender.
It was a little tender.
It was
you know,
a
like,
little
it was.
red.
It was rare. He cooked
I'd
once.
put it in my
he
mouth.
cooked
I'd be
one
like,
and half
"Is that a
steaks were rare.
heartbeat?" Ah, it's fine.
Yeah.
They were fine.
They
Wasn't
were
bleeding or anything.
they were good steaks. Don't get me wrong.
I bit
very
down and I
much
heard a
enjoyed them.
little scream.
But we also got like Benihana on our roof, which
that
was
was crazy.
crazy.
That was
Crazy.
ridiculous, dude. Like
Yeah,
head ass shit.
they brought
it
it.
was
Yeah.
so
They brought
awesome.
it to us, which was fucking insane.
They got
Yeah.
the table on the roof. The
yeah.
cooking one.
We didn't even notice.
How the fuck
or
did you
whatever.
do that? We didn't notice.
We didn't notice.
We didn't notice these.
What were we
motherfuckers brought
doing
a
that was
whole-
more important?
Probably watching something in the media room.
Were we filming?
Oh, we were filming.
was that? I don't know what we were.
It
filming
wasn't
that
Chad.
day.
It definitely wasn't Chad.
It wasn't Chad.
No.
You know
no,
what? We might have
Chad-
been watching the rough cut that Dave made.
No.
No?
No.
Mm.
No. This was.
Were we
this
playing?
was,
Were we
this
playing
had to have
Secret
been a
Hitler? Were
filming
we doing
day.
something?
No.
We
This
might have
had
been
to have
playing
been a
Secret
filming day.
Huh. Anyways,
Okay, whatever. Yeah.
Anyway.
whatever we were doing, we
Speaking
didn't
of
notice.
Chad,
Yeah. Anyway,
You guys-
speaking
people
of Chad,
don't know about Chad.
You guys are all a bunch of fucking pussies.
So if you've heard that out of context on anyone's content recently, it's because we watched a movie that I forget the title of.
Tucker and
Spot
Dale
me.
versus Evil.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where there was a character who was a high schooler named Chad, or a college student named Chad, with his
Yeah.
collar popped on his polo, just fuckboy all around, named Chad, and he was just the stereotype to
It's so fucking
maximum.
cool.
And
So-
in like one of the most
so cool.
suspenseful scenes, when all the other college kids are like, "I want to go home," there's
Because their
people
friends
dying.
are because their friends
Yeah,
are
and then
dead.
he's like-
Everyone's in tears. Chad is
Yeah.
like sharpening a fucking axe in a corner. And he's like progressively getting angrier. And then he like throws it into a tree or something and stands up.
He's
Right
just
after a
saying
bunch of
stuff.
fucking
He's
pussies.
saying stuff the entire movie like it's time for their retribution.
It's
and
so
stuff
good.
like that.
It's just like bullshit one-liners.
Ugh.
And
I
he's the-
love that guy.
And he's the only character like that too.
yeah,
Yeah, he was.
And he becomes completely evil by the end, which I don't understand because
Oh
he was the
no, we
coolest
can't
character.
spoil it. We can't spoil it.
Oh, that's not a spoiler. People get where it's going by the beginning of the movie. They're
Maybe.
like, oh, this Chad guy
Anyways,
is a little bit off.
But
you
it's
know?
very, very good. If you haven't seen Tucker
Yeah.
and Dale vs. Evil, it's a very fun movie.
it's so
very
worth
fun.
It's
it.
worth a watch.
The plot doesn't matter. It's just super good.
It
Well,
is.
I mean, it matters, but like, if you
quirky.
know something about it, it doesn't matter. It's worth watching no matter what. But
It's very
that was
much
what
one
got-
of these.
Oh.
Huh?
Huh?
go ahead.
I was gonna say it's very much one of these movies where it's like the plot doesn't really affect how much you enjoy the movie because the plot is supposed to be corny.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what got because like all of us were watching it, or like a majority of us were watching it in the
Mhm.
media room, and what got everyone howling at once was him just saying, "You guys are a bunch of fucking pussies."
Because
And-
it's like the like there's like 3 seconds of silence as he turns around and goes,
yeah,
"You guys are a bunch of fucking pussies."
And he just says it like such an asshole. It's just so good.
That's
Oh my god.
not the only
so
thing
good.
we watched though. We actually also
oh,
watched
I'm so sorry.
a classic film called Surviving Edge Weapons.
Okay,
Don't
so I need to
watch
explain. I
Surviving-
need.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, do not watch the original. Okay, do not watch Surviving Edge Weapons unless you have a stomach of titanium. Anyways, I was talking to Josh and Noah about this movie we had seen, the Red Letter Media review.
I know
On their
John
channel,
Tron has done one
and-
too, yeah.
and JonTron did it recently, but the Red Letter Media one's better. They cut together all the funniest parts of this actual real police training video about edged weapons, like getting stabbed. And we watched these reviews and we're like, this is funny. We should totally watch this and have our own like review session. And then
No.
the fact that it was a police training video for real life police in like the 80s just skipped the brain. So when images of people's fucking sternums actually cut open got onto the screen, it ruined everyone's night, and it was the worst thing that
Yeah,
could have happened.
Because it was like a
And
funny
it was
skit.
right after a funny ass sketch of a dude getting stabbed by a fucking like Excalibur through a front door. Like what? Like
It's
the
true.
skits are so good.
The knife
And then it
culture.
just cuts to actual fucking casualties. It's the worst.
It's one of these where there should definitely just be a compilation
I
of all
agree.
the skits.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Because whatever they were thinking for the skits is really funny. And I
Yeah.
don't think they meant it to be funny, but it just is because it's so extreme.
Yeah.
But then you see actual stabbing wounds and you're like,
They also talk
Oh.
about the knife culture.
yes.
Oh,
yes.
the
And they
knife
call
culture.
knives
This
primitive
perpetuated
weapons,
the
and then
knife
show
culture.
cavemen banging rocks together at each other. It is
Oh,
absurd,
wait.
dude.
yeah, the LA trip was great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's so much good stuff that came out of it. There's so much.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah. Carson, do you have a fun prompt here?
No,
For us.
Charlie, you
You
know
don't?
what I have?
What do you have, Carson?
Deep distrust for you.
Why do you what did I do?
So
Was it
if
the
you don't know
moon?
it was Secret Hitler.
Oh, yeah. I
Those
played-
were fun.
I played this man like a fiddle, dude. I was a fucking sleeper agent. I looked at my card and then forced myself to forget. I
Okay,
was in
so-
deep cover, dude.
So for those who have never heard of this or played it, we played a board game called Secret Hitler while we were in LA. But I mean, it sounds really bad, but very fun game.
It's like a
Very
mafia
fun game.
situation.
yeah,
Yes.
it's just Mafia but reskinned.
Yeah, and so
With
there's
more-
a few fascists and there's a few liberals. Liberals don't know who the fascists are, basically. And I think where Carson's kind of going is I was a fascist, but I had convinced him that we were the only liberals we could only trust each other. And I think one of the things I said was, it's you and me against the world, Carson. We can
Yes.
only trust each other, quote unquote, across the table while everyone else is arguing. And then
Is that why he skipped out on Secret Hitler 2 days in a row, Charlie? Did you really ruin this
wait,
man's
did
life
I
in this game?
tell me it's not? No, Carson, no,
Dude,
dude.
you
I was
fucked his
like-
shit up, dude.
Dude, at the end I was like, I actually have had seeds of distrust sown for me
I'm
from these
so
people.
sorry.
They duped me so hard. It was Charlie and
shit.
Schlatt. Schlatt was playing Hitler, which is the like head honcho.
He always was.
Obviously. Zwei, which is just ridiculous.
He was
That's
either
Zwei every
Hitler
time.
or a liberal, and he
Yeah.
played like Hitler every time.
Yeah, and he just didn't tell you. Yeah.
He just slatted it up like what you'd
Yeah.
expect.
It was funny. No,
Pure
I remember
chaos.
too.
Well, I don't think people
That's true.
watching understand what Schlatt's like IRL. He's so different from his like entertaining persona, not persona, but you know what I mean. He puts on a show when he's just chilling. It's almost unnerving.
Really?
To a certain extent, like when we were playing Secret Hitler. I mean,
Oh yeah, no, it looks like he's plotting every time.
yes, every
But it's-
single
it-
dude.
it made it
he
so much
always
funnier
looks
for
like
me.
he's plotting.
a silent
He
agent
never
of chaos is what he
Yeah.
is.
Mhm.
And then there's Travis, who the entire time was just like,
He's just chaotic evil.
Travis?
yeah, dude, he would like at first he didn't even know what liberal or fascist meant, so he was just playing whatever he thought was like good. Like he
It was
didn't know
good.
what he was doing, and then we'd be like, "Are you Hitler?" And he's like, "Might be Hitler."
No.
And then
no.
there was the one time when,
Dude,
So you-
okay. I want to tell this one. I think I know
Okay.
where you're
Go for
going.
it. Go for
Okay.
it.
So he managed to guess that I was Hitler right after everyone got the cards. And so he immediately said, Cooper's Hitler, and then just went with that. And then he was right, obviously. And then the next round, he guessed someone else was Hitler, and they
He's right.
were. And so he was like, this is a pattern. Everyone I say is Hitler. And then he just went with that.
And they always were. So
And it works. And it's bullshit.
right.
It's like such a Travis thing to have happen.
Yeah, for real.
It just works. It's so good. Dude.
What was another good one? I remember when I finally revealed I was a fascist, but I wasn't Hitler. So we played it with a Nerf gun because you can play a certain amount of fascist cards that let you assassinate.
You can kill
someone.
people.
Yeah, and so we thought it could be fun. We put a Nerf gun on the table, and they actually had like get to shoot them. And so I took Cooper's gun after I said I was a fascist because I gave him the card to shoot someone. I put it in my mouth and it was like pull the trigger, and I don't know, dude. It was good. It was funny.
that was the time you sowed deep.
It
seeds
was.
of
It was.
distrust.
It was because I played a fascist
turned to him,
card.
you said, "Shoot me, shoot me! I want you to shoot me. I was an agent. I've done my job. I did what I had to do. I've done."
Dude, that
And
game
then
is so
they won.
fun
It was a lot of
because
fun.
like you get really heated when you're in it, and then right after it's like you just talk about what happened,
Yeah,
and it's so funny because
it's
like
very fun.
yeah, I would recommend it.
Carson?
I wish they went with like a different theme personally, just
It is called
Yeah.
Secret
for
Hitler.
reasons,
Yeah.
but like who
Yeah.
gives a shit anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Nerf guns we had at the table, for some reason, were unnecessarily powerful. When you shot them, they would whistle through the air.
It should
They're
feel
not
like you're
supposed to
dying.
go that
It should
fast.
feel like you're gonna die. So.
Yeah, it's like getting hit in the
It should
sternum.
feel like
by
a threat to a certain extent.
It did.
Yeah.
It did feel like a threat.
It
Um,
honestly felt like a big airsoft baby hitting you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Carson, if you want to talk about this after, listen, if you're still distrustful, of
I'm
me,
okay.
if there's
I'm
anything
okay,
I
man.
can do.
I'm okay, man.
He'll just never play Secret Hitler again in his life.
I did play. I played more.
No, I'm
Secret
fucking with you.
Hitler,
I'm fucking with you.
and I
No.
won. I played a liberal, and I was
Mm.
super quiet the entire time because I didn't want.
That's
to
the
get
way to do
my,
it sometimes. Yeah.
I didn't want to
Yeah.
have more trust issues develop. So
Oh, shit.
I was quiet.
Didn't let it happen.
All right.
Don't worry, Charlie. It's okay. I just,
you.
you know, it's gonna be difficult working with you.
It's
for a
gonna
while.
be it's gonna be different than before.
All right.
Let's do one word stories.
I like that.
So-
one word
so
stories are really fun.
We can do.
Classic.
I'll do me, Cooper, Carson. Let's say so.
Okay.
I get to start.
All right. I'll figure that out.
And then hopefully these will end on some stupid fucking note, and we can close out the episode or whatever.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna start my one word story. Buffalo.
R.
Great.
Thanks for watching the Lunch
Thanks for
Club
watching the
podcast.
Lunch
Thank
Club
you guys for
podcast
listening.
number 20.
Thank you guys for coming by.
We're going to do this weekly.
Editor, cut that out.
we are. I'm making a note here. We're gonna do this weekly. I promise. That's from me. I'm promising you.
I will also agree that he is promising you this, and you can hold him. And you can hold him to it.
Fingers crossed it comes out weekly now. I really want it to.
Yeah, I think we're way more
rephrase.
put together.
We
Yes.
really want these to come out every week.
Yes.
I like that.
And we are going to try our best.
Yes. And now I think we have everything going to a certain extent that I think they're going to come out far more regularly.
We don't have to
Yes.
worry about what we have to title our damn podcast before we
Yes.
even record it because we don't have a
we had
name
to do
anymore.
podcast number 18.
Yeah.
Podcast
I
number
remember
19.
we doing that.
It was a terrifying time.
But
I
thank you
felt-
guys. Thank you guys for listening and sticking with it even through the farts and the gay men and the
I mean, those were a better time, honestly.
they were. And
Mr. U2s is really going to like that.
shut up about oh my god, he won't stop farting at me. He won't stop farting at me.
All right, goodbye, everyone.
And that's why
Thanks
the
for
wet
watching.
ones are better than the stinkers. I'll
And
see you
that's
next
why-
time.
I was sober during this podcast. I just squint.